Yellow, it is N60 Sean, and we are finally here. It is the final for the N60 Tag Team Championships. A lot of what Season 3 has been building up to. Ssundee and PopularMMOs facing off against Septiplier in the final for the N60 Tag Team Championships. Now, this is not the final match in this season. WrestleMania N60 is going to have 5 matches. We have the first match, the Money in the Bank ladder match. We've got our Tag Team Championship match now. The next match is going to be the match request from you guys. I've been going through loads and loads of your comments through the last couple of videos, seeing which YouTubers have popped up as the most popular you want to see in a match. And I've got a fair idea of who's going to be in that match now, but by all means keep adding your suggestions in the comment box below. Then we've got our grudge match, Markiplier, who's going to be doing double duty in this event, taking on H2O Delirious in a Extreme Rules grudge match. Markiplier and H2O Delirious have been having a lot of problems throughout the last 2 seasons, and of course JackSepticEye will be getting his rematch for the N60 Championship against Vanos inside Hell in a Cell. So Mark and Jack are going to be facing off against H2O Delirious and Vanos in separate singles matches. A lot of people thought H2O Delirious and Vanos would be advancing to the finals of this tournament, but PopularMMOs and Ssundee put pay to that when Pat managed to go into furious mode. And here we go, the Tag Team Championship belt. That is what this season is all about. We are going to be crowning our first ever N60 Tag Team Champions, and referee Shenwu holding the belts aloft. That is what these 2 teams are going to be facing off for. Ssundee and PopularMMOs against JackSepticEye and Markiplier, as Shenwu rings the bell, and Ssundee and JackSepticEye facing off, locking up in the early stages of this match. JackSepticEye coming out on top on this one. You may argue that Ssundee might be the stronger of these 2, but there is a clean break. Both of these teams fan favourites. They're good guys, and it's going to be interesting to see what strategies are used to come out on top here. Jack is a nice takedown, really sort of dominating Ssundee in the early going. Jack has been in unstoppable form in this tournament to get to the finals. He pretty much cleaned out both Cartoons and Wildcat, as Ssundee just cleans out JackSepticEye with a huge clothesline and gets a bit of front face lock now, and a nice judo hip toss to JackSepticEye. And now Ssundee using that strength and that power to just knock Jack into the turnbuckle, and drops him face first into the turnbuckle. Ssundee again probably got a little bit of redeeming to do. He was excellent in the semi-final match until he got kicked so hard in the head that he morphed into derp mode, and derp Ssundee, who's an interesting character at the best of times, just basically nicked the steel steps and left. But Pat was managed to also hit furious mode and managed to beat both H2O Delirious and Vanos with a double F5 to get his team into the finals, as Pat and JackSepticEye, now 2 of the most popular YouTubers in our series, start to face off. Jack with the early advantage, taking JackSepticEye out with a snap suplex. Jack now, Pat even with the power, but one of the most strongest competitors in the whole tournament, as he eyeballs Markiplier, and Markiplier just punched him in the face and hangs Pat up on the top rope. Could that give Jack an opportunity to make a tag, as Mark gets his hand out, but Pat is just thrown Mark into the ring above his head, and that just gives Jack a little window of opportunity to bring Pat down with a slam. But now Mark is not in his corner to be able to receive that tag from JackSepticEye, and Pat now with a huge right hand and just getting Jack away from his corner with a German suplex. Smart move by Pat, using that German suplex to create even more distance between Jack and Mark, meaning that Jack will not be able to make the tag. And again, Pat creating even more distance by putting Jack in the side of town that he doesn't want to be in, the Ssundee and PopularMMOs corner, because now this has opened up for a quick tag and a double team move with Pat and Ssundee. Pat and Ssundee, despite having a couple of bumps along the way, are very smooth tag team wrestlers. They do have a good offense, a good arsenal of double team moves, as we see there with a double Irish curse backbreaker. It takes the Jack's own medicine there as Ssundee goes up top and hits the diving elbow. This could be it. We've seen Ssundee win matches 1, 2, and Markiplier in the nick of time. I thought Ssundee was going to sneak that then with the elbow drop off the top, and sends Mark sprawling out of the ring, and Jack with a roll up here. That's 1, 2, and Ssundee just about kicking out. Sneaky roll up by Jack here, and that could be it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a signature mover. So Sundee's got Jack in a small package. He's hooked up good. That's 2, and Jack just managing to kick out. Again, it doesn't have to be a signature move. We're just going to finish this match off. Both of these teams are very astute technical wrestlers. It could be a quick roll-up like that, which could win the tag team titles for that team. But Jack now with his signature move, the dancing strikes, styling and profiling and striking Ssundee right in the face. And he could be looking for the Septiceye punch at any minute here. And Ssundee is in the Septiplier corner. And this doesn't look good. And I think Pat knows what's coming next. He's trying to get into the ring to stop this. As Ssundee hits a 3D at this stage of the match. And that usually puts opponents away. That's 1, 2. And Pat, again, he saw immediately the danger that the 3D can cause. And Mark now dodging Ssundee. Quick as a cat. Jumping over his head. Diving 450 splash. And Pat just managing to get his hands on Mark and hit him with a half Nelson suplex to buy Ssundee a little bit of time, because Ssundee is going to be reeling from that 3D, followed by that springboard 450 from Markiplier. And Ssundee needs to be catching his breath here, and Markiplier needs to be getting back on Ssundee because he doesn't want to give him a chance to get back into this. Knocking Pat down off the apron. And Mark with a sort of uncharacteristic bit of showboating. He's managed to get himself in a bit of trouble here as he takes a big clothesline to the outside. Ssundee now. What could Ssundee be looking for here? Suicide dive over the top rope from Ssundee. And Markiplier with that uncharacteristic little bit of showboating allowed Ssundee that little window of opportunity to be able to just get back in and hit that huge move. And that could completely change the tide of what has been quite an even contest so far. And now this one is spilled to the outside, and Septiplier, Ssundee and PopularMMOs are just brawling all over the arena here, with Jack with a front face lock and a nice judo hip toss of his own, taking a page out of Sundee's playbook there to Pat on the outside. Pat just exchanging rights on the outside, and a Hurricane Rana sending Ssundee sprawling into the steel steps, and Shen Wu counting all 4 superstars out here as Pat looks to be going up top. Pat in very unfamiliar territory there. We don't usually see Pat go to the top rope often. In fact, every time Pat goes to the top, it ends in disaster. The last time I think I saw Pat go to the top rope was in the first round of Season 2, where he got hit in midair with a diamond cutter by Dan TDM, costing him his place in Season 2 in that tournament for the N60 Championship. But now Ssundee, PopularMMOs going up top. Is this going to be successful? And this time it is, as Ssundee uses Pat like a human missile to knock Markiplier down. That's 1, 2, and we almost had new tag team champions there. And Jack completely with a what is he up to there? Just falling right on his face with that clothesline attempt. And now Pat, well, huge German suplex from Pat. Pat specialises in those suplexes, and that one almost sent Jack into the front row. As now Mark sneaks up behind with a crucifix. That's 1, 2, and Septiplier with, again, these roll-ups are getting so close. Who is going to be our first ever N60 Tag Team Champions? Is it going to be Septiplier, or is it going to be PopularMMOs and Ssundee? Could JackSepticEye be lining himself up to be our first double champion here, as Markiplier is setting PopularMMOs up, and he's gone for the phenomenal forearm, but Pat is caught Mark in midair and hit him with the F5, his signature move, and this could be it. And what is Jack doing? Jack's off the apron, and Jack again sliding into the ring, trying to break up this pinfall before it even starts. Because again, everyone knows, and the Septiceye punch! The Septiceye punch knocking Pat down. And now both Mark and Pat have taken signature moves at this point. Mark with a spinning clothesline, knocking Pat down. And now, they just strayed a little bit too close to the corner there, and Sundee's just managed to grab him. And Pat now with a half Nelson suplex to Markiplier. Pat with the tag to Ssundee, and Ssundee now is the legal man and is going to be hitting Markiplier with everything he's got. Momentum now on Sundee's side. Big forearm and brings JackSepticEye into the ring. Don't know how much of a wise move that may turn out to be, as he puts the boots to Jack and Mark. And Ssundee is on here like a house on fire, and a Michinoku driver laying out Pat. And could JackSepticEye be tasting the same here? A second Michinoku driver laying out JackSepticEye. And Ssundee not quite finished with Jack yet, and looks to be sending him straight outside of the ring. That's a nasty landing for Jack. And now what is Ssundee thinking as he goes to the apron and he's sizing Jack up for something, but Markiplier now manages to catch Ssundee on the apron, and this does not look good as he drops Ssundee right onto the apron, the hardest part of the ring, and that is going to do a monumental amount of damage to Ssundee. Ssundee came in with so much momentum, just with a small mistake of concentrating on JackSepticEye. Maybe just got over, like, sort of a bit overexcited, as it were, as Ssundee now slides back in. Mark had made the tag to Jack, and now Jack looks to be putting Ssundee in a very dangerous spot, up on the top of the turnbuckles. Jack might be looking for something here. Could be a superplex from the top rope, and again that injured back, that back which would have been damaged from that apron backdrop, is going to be added to even more punishment from that superplex, as Jack now looks to be hitting the Septiceye punch. Again, Pat anticipating what's going to happen, trying to get in the ring, but referee Shen Wu telling Pat to get out because he's not the legal man, and this could be it for Septiplier. This could be the moment they become tag team champions, but Pat coming straight in, stomping on JackSepticEye. Kick to the midsection on Jack, and now another suplex, another strategy by Pat to try and buy Ssundee a little bit of time to try and make the tag. But Ssundee now, what is Ssundee looking for here? And it looks like Jack might be going to swinging, and Ssundee is doing the Ssundee swing, and this is going to send Jack into another orbit here. Ssundee swinging Jack around. Could this be what paves Jack and paves Ssundee and Pat a path to the tag team championships? Pat back in here now. Pat with an elbow to the face of Jack, and his right hand sending Jack into his own corner, allowing Mark to make a quick tag here. And Mark just getting sent straight back out of the ring with a big clothesline from Pat. And I'm pretty sure Pat saw the tag between Mark and Jack. He might not be aware of what's happened here. I don't think Pat's seen the tag. I don't think Pat is aware that Markiplier is the legal man here. And as he hits Jack with 3 suplexes, Markiplier out of nowhere with a phenomenal forearm, knocking Pat down. And this could be it. The sneak attack from Pat. That's 2, and Ssundee coming out of nowhere to make the save in the nick of time. And now working on Pat with right hands. Elbow strikes and forearms to Markiplier. Remember, Markiplier is the legal man. Ssundee is not. Ssundee's just running to make the save. And now Mark, reversal, returning with some right hands of his own. He needs to get Ssundee out of the ring here if he wants to be in with a shout. Trying to capitalise on Mark here. Ssundee sent straight outside the ring, but Pat from behind. And now Markiplier's in a lot of trouble here because he's going to be hit with the F5 really close to the Septiplier corner. And Pat trying to knock JackSepticEye off of the apron because Mark was too close to the apron. Now he does so, but I think that's just given Mark just enough time to sort of catch his breath after it. And now Mark is now rolls Pat up. This could be it. 1, 2, and that's and that's just 2 again. This one still going backwards and forwards. Mark now, what is he looking for here? Another right hand to Pat. Hits him with the Rainmaker, his signature move. This is usually the setup for the phenomenal forearm. If Mark hits this again, then we have definitely got tag team champions. And now Pat's caught him in midair again for the 2nd time in one match. The 3rd F5 to Markiplier. And this could mean we've got new tag team champs. Ssundee's in the ring. Ssundee stopping Jack from making the save. That's 2, and that's 3. And we have got new tag team champions. Septiplier, Pat and Ssundee becoming the first ever N60 Tag Team Champions, winning the tournament and being crowned champions. They had a little bit of a rocky path on the way, but Pat and Ssundee, deservedly so, our N60 Tag Team Champions. Drop a like if you enjoyed this match. The next match is going to be the match of your requests. All of you have been leaving comments of which YouTubers you want to see who you may not have seen in our series before. I've got a good idea of who's going to be in that match, but make sure you hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you catch that match before anyone else. I'm an N60 Sean. You're all wicked, awesome. You're all heroes. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.